She's just a gamer. That's what the other Air Force pilots said about Airman First Class Maya Chen when she reported to the 432nd Wing at Creech Air Force Base, Nevada. 23 years old, fresh out of drone pilot training, baby-faced, small, 5'4", 115 pounds. Looked like she should be streaming League of Legends on Twitch, not flying Reaper drones in combat. The male pilots, all older, most with combat experience, looked at her and saw a kid who'd grown up playing video games and somehow ended up in the military. "Chen, you ever been in real combat?" Captain Davis asked during her first week. He was 32, had flown F-16s in Iraq before transitioning to drones, had actual combat experience, had actually been shot at. "No, sir," Maya admitted. "This is my first operational assignment." "So you've never been in danger? Never had someone trying to kill you?" "No, sir." Davis nodded slowly, like that confirmed everything he suspected. Combat isn't a video game, Chen. It's not Call of Duty. Real people die. Can you handle that? I think so, sir." "You think so?" Davis's voice was sharp. "You think so? Either you can or you can't. There's no think." Maya didn't know what to say, because the truth was, she didn't know if she could handle it. She'd never killed anyone, never seen anyone die, never been in a situation where her decisions meant life or death. She was just a gamer who joined the Air Force because she was good at flying drones and simulators. The other pilots called her Gamer Girl behind her back, sometimes to her face. "Hey, Gamer Girl, you finished that raid last night?" Major Williams would joke when she walked into the briefing room. "No, sir. I was studying targeting procedures." "Studying? Chen, you can't learn combat from a book. You have to live it, experience it. And you haven't experienced anything." Maya would smile and nod. What else could she do? They weren't wrong. She was just a gamer. She had spent her entire life playing video games. And she didn't have combat experience. But that was about to change. October 15th, 2023. A Wednesday afternoon in Nevada. Maya Chen was sitting in an air-conditioned ground control station, a trailer filled with computer screens and control systems, at Creech Air Force Base. She was flying an MQ-9 Reaper drone, except the drone wasn't in Nevada. The drone was in Afghanistan, 7,000 miles away, circling at 25,000 feet above Helmand Province. This was modern warfare. Pilots sitting in trailers in Nevada, flying drones over battlefields halfway around the world, watching combat in real time through cameras, launching missiles with joysticks. It looked like a video game. The setup was almost identical: multiple screens, a joystick, a throttle, headset, chair. Maya could have been in her bedroom in San Jose playing Call of Duty. Except this wasn't a game, because on Maya's center screen, she could see 12 American Special Forces soldiers moving through a valley. Real people, real soldiers. She could see their faces through the infrared camera, could read their hand signals, could watch them breathe. They were 7,000 miles away, but she could see every detail in high definition. And in approximately 45 seconds, they were going to walk into an ambush that would kill them all, unless Maya could stop it. Predator 2-1, this is Creech. Maya's sensor operator, Technical Sergeant Rodriguez, sat beside her monitoring the drone systems. "I'm seeing multiple thermal signatures. Ridgeline, 2 o'clock from ground team." Maya zoomed the camera. Her fingers moved across the controls, muscle memory from 10,000 hours of gaming. Fast, precise, no hesitation. The screen showed what Rodriguez had spotted. Thermal signatures. Lots of them. 50, maybe 60 people hiding in the rocks above the SF team. All armed, all waiting. "Ground team is walking into an ambush," Maya said quietly. "Should I contact Bagram?" Rodriguez asked, referring to Bagram Airfield, the main Air Force base in Afghanistan. "Do it. Fast." Rodriguez keyed his radio while Maya kept her eyes on the screen. The SF team was still moving. Had no idea they were walking into a kill box. Had no idea that 60 Taliban fighters were about to open fire. 30 seconds until contact. "Bagram, this is Predator 2-1. Rodriguez spoke into his headset. "We have eyes on Ground Team Victor 7. They're approaching grid coordinates." Predator 2-1, this is Bagram. The controller's voice was calm, routine, like this was just another radio call. "Roger your traffic. What's the situation?" "Sir, Ground Team Victor 7 is about to walk into an ambush. I count approximately 60 hostiles, armed, waiting in ambush positions. They're about to get hit. Silence on the radio." Then, Predator, "Can you confirm hostile intent? ROE requires positive identification before weapons release." Maya's hands tightened on the controls. Rules of engagement. Row. The regulations that governed when they could and couldn't fire weapons. In theory, ROE made sense. You couldn't just kill people without confirming they were hostile. You needed positive identification. But in practice, ROE could get people killed. Bagram, hostiles are armed with AK-47s and RPGs. They're in ambush positions directly above our ground team. Intent is clear. Predator, "I need confirmation from ground team before authorizing weapons." "Sir, ground team doesn't know about the ambush. They're walking into it. We need to engage now." Predator, "Maintain altitude and observe. Do not engage without authorization. Is that clear?" Maya stared at her screen. Watch the SF team move closer to the ambush. 15 seconds. Her right hand moved to the weapons control, the trigger that would launch a Hellfire missile from her drone, the weapon that could save 12 American lives. But she wasn't authorized to fire. "Rodriguez," Maya said quietly. "How long to get authorization?" "Could be minutes. Could be longer. They have to contact the ground team. Get confirmation. Route it through chain of command." "We don't have minutes. We have seconds." 10 seconds. Maya's finger hovered over the trigger. She was 23 years old, just a gamer, sitting in an air-conditioned trailer in Nevada, had never been in combat, had never killed anyone, and she was about to either save 12 men or watch them die. 5 seconds. "Chen," Rodriguez whispered. "What are you doing?" "My job," Maya said, and she pulled the trigger without authorization. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Army Story so you never miss these true tales of courage. And tell us in the comments, where are you watching from today? And to the gamers out there, you're warriors too. Maya had known she'd face skepticism when she joined the Air Force. She just hadn't realized how much. Her first day at Creech Air Force Base 3 months earlier had set the tone. She'd walked into the squadron briefing room. 30 pilots, all male except for 2 female pilots, both in their 30s, both with combat experience. Everyone turned to look at the new kid. "That's the new pilot," someone had whispered, loud enough for Maya to hear. "She looks like she's in high school." "I heard she's 23. Jesus, I have boots older than her." Major Williams, the squadron operations officer, had introduced her to the group. "Gentlemen and ladies, this is Airman First Class Chen, fresh from training at Holloman. She'll be flying Reapers on the Afghanistan rotation. Chen, welcome to the 432. Polite applause. But Maya could feel the skepticism in the room. After the briefing, Captain Davis had pulled her aside. "Chen, I'm going to be straight with you. This squadron has standards. We fly combat missions. Real combat. People die if we make mistakes. You understand that?" "Yes, sir." "Do you?" "Because you're young. You don't have combat experience. And I'm told you got recruited because you were good at video games." Maya's face flushed. "Sir, I scored top of my class in pilot training. I logged more simulator hours than." "Simulators aren't combat," Davis interrupted. "Gaming isn't combat. You're going to be controlling a weapons system worth $18 million. You're going to be making life or death decisions. Can you handle that kind of responsibility?" "Yes, sir. I can." Davis studied her face. "We'll see." The next 3 months had been a masterclass in being underestimated. Every briefing, someone would make a joke about video games. Every training exercise, someone would question whether she could handle real combat. Every time she made a mistake, even a small one, someone would say, "See? She's not ready. Chen, you play League of Legends? Major Williams had asked during one briefing. I used to, sir. Before I enlisted. What rank? Diamond 1. Williams had laughed. Diamond 1? That's pretty high. Maybe we should have you control the drone with a gaming controller. Might be more natural for you. The room had erupted in laughter. Maya had forced a smile, pretended it didn't bother her. But it did bother her, because underneath the jokes was a real question. Could a kid who'd spent her entire life gaming actually handle combat? Could someone who'd never been shot at, never been in danger, never experienced real violence actually kill people when it mattered? Maya didn't know the answer, but she was about to find out. San Jose, California. 5 years earlier, 2018, Maya Chen, 18 years old, sat in her bedroom at 2 a.m. playing Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. She'd been playing for 6 hours straight. Was in the middle of a tournament. Her team was in the finals. One more match and they'd win $5,000. Maya. Her mother's voice screamed from downstairs. It's 2 in the morning. You have school tomorrow. Mom, I'm in a tournament. Just 1 more hour. 1 more hour? You've been playing for 6 hours. This is ridiculous. Maya's father appeared in her doorway. He was exhausted, had worked a double shift at the restaurant he and Maya's mother owned. Maya, your mother is right. This is too much. You play games all day. You don't study. You don't help at the restaurant. What kind of future does this give you? Dad, I'm good at this. I'm ranked in the top 100 globally. I could go pro, make money from gaming. Her father shook his head. Gaming is not a career. It's a waste of time. You need to study. Get into a good college. Become a doctor or engineer like your cousins. I don't want to be a doctor or engineer. I want to. You want to play video games forever? That's not a life, Maya. They'd had this fight 100 times. Maya's parents, Chinese immigrants who'd worked brutal hours to give their daughter a better life, couldn't understand why she'd waste her intelligence on video games. But Maya wasn't wasting anything. She was good at games. Had reflexes most people didn't have. Could track multiple targets simultaneously. Could make split-second decisions under pressure. Could focus for hours without breaking concentration. Those were skills. Real skills. She just didn't know how to explain that to her parents. 6 months later, Maya graduated high school. Barely. Her grades were mediocre. She'd spent more time gaming than studying. What now? Her mother had asked. College? What college will accept you with these grades? Maya had been looking at her phone, at an Air Force recruiting ad. If you're good at video games, you might be good at this. The ad showed drone pilots, sitting in front of screens, flying aircraft remotely, using joysticks and controls. It looked exactly like the flight simulators Maya had played. I'm joining the Air Force, Maya had announced. Her parents had stared at her. What? The Air Force. They have a program for drone pilots. It's like flying a plane, but remotely, using the same skills I use gaming. Maya, that's military. That's war. That's dangerous. Actually, it's not dangerous for me. The drones are in combat zones. I'll be in Nevada, safe, in an air-conditioned room. It's perfect. Her father had shaken his head. You're throwing your life away. First video games. Now, the military. What happened to my daughter? I'm using my skills, Dad. I'm good at this. Let me prove it. 6 weeks later, Maya had shipped to Air Force basic training. 6 months after that, she'd been accepted into drone pilot training. And 2 years after that, she'd graduated top of her class and reported to Creech Air Force Base, where everyone called her just a gamer. Until October 15, 2023, when she proved that gamers could be warriors too. Present day, Creech Air Force Base, Nevada, October 15, 2023. 1,430 hours. Maya Chen sat in the ground control station, staring at 6 computer screens. Center screen, high-definition video feed from her MQ-9 Reaper drone, currently showing 12 Special Forces soldiers moving through a valley in Afghanistan. Left screens, tactical data. Altitude, speed, fuel, weapon status, communication channels, right screens, intelligence feeds, satellite imagery, thermal overlays, target databases. This was her workspace, her cockpit, except she wasn't in the sky. She was in a trailer in Nevada. Predator 2-1, Ground Team Victor 7 is on the move. The voice belonged to the tactical controller at Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan. Continue providing overwatch. Report any hostile activity. Roger, Bagram. Maintaining overwatch. Maya had been flying this mission for 2 hours already. Standard overwatch. Circling above a special forces team, watching for threats, providing air support if needed. It was routine, boring even. Most drone missions were. Hours of watching, waiting, nothing happening, until it wasn't routine anymore. Chen, I'm picking up thermal signatures, Rodriguez said from beside her. He was monitoring the sensors while Maya flew. Ridgeline, 2 o'clock from ground team. Multiple signatures. Maya's hands moved across the controls, zoomed the camera, switched to thermal overlay. The screen lit up with white shapes, human-sized. Lots of them. Count. Maya asked. Rodriguez studied his screen. I'm seeing 55, maybe 60 signatures. All stationary, all in cover positions along the ridge. Maya felt her stomach tighten. 60 people hiding in the rocks above the SF team wasn't normal, wasn't coincidental. They're setting up an ambush, Maya said quietly. She zoomed further. The high-definition camera on the Reaper was powerful enough to see faces from 25,000 feet. She could make out weapons, AK-47s, RPGs, PKM machine guns, all aimed at the valley where the SF team was walking. Rodriguez, contact Bagram. Now, Bagram, this is Predator 2-1. We have. Wait. Maya held up her hand, stared at her screen. The SF team was moving directly toward the ambush, walking into a kill box. Had no idea what was waiting for them. And the Taliban fighters, Maya could see them clearly now, were getting ready, checking weapons, taking aim positions. How long until the ground team hits the kill box? Maya asked. Rodriguez checked the tactical display. At current speed, 90 seconds. 90 seconds until 12 American soldiers walked into an ambush by 60 Taliban fighters. Contact Bagram. Now. Rodriguez keyed his radio. Bagram, this is Predator 2-1. We have eyes on approximately 60 armed hostiles in ambush positions. Ground Team Victor 7 is approaching the kill zone. Request authorization for immediate weapons release. Silence on the radio. Then, Predator, this is Bagram. Stand by. Stand by. Maya's voice was sharp. Sir, the ground team is 90 seconds from. Predator, I said stand by. We need to verify hostile intent and get clearance for weapons release. ROE requires. Sir, they're armed. They're in ambush positions. They're about to kill our guys. What more verification do you need? Predator, watch your tone. Maintain overwatch and stand by for instructions. Maya stared at her screen. Watch the SF team move closer. 75 seconds now. This is insane, Maya whispered. We can see the ambush. We can stop it. But we have to wait for clearance. That's the ROE, Rodriguez said quietly. We can't fire without authorization. Then they're all going to die. 60 seconds. Maya's right hand moved to the weapons panel. Her finger hovered over the trigger for the Hellfire missiles. 2 missiles currently loaded. AGM-114 Hellfire 2. Each missile could take out multiple targets in a 20-meter radius. 2 missiles could destroy that entire ambush position, save 12 American lives. But she wasn't authorized to fire. 50 seconds. Chen. Rodriguez's voice was warning. Don't do anything stupid. Stupid would be watching our guys get killed while we wait for clearance. If you fire without authorization, you'll be court-martialed. If I don't fire, they'll die. 40 seconds. Maya could see the Taliban fighters now, could see them raising their weapons, preparing to fire. The ambush was about to be sprung. Bagram, this is Predator. Maya's voice was urgent now. Hostiles are taking aim positions. Ground team is 30 seconds from contact. I need authorization now. Predator, we're working on it. Stand by. We don't have time to stand by. 30 seconds. Maya's finger tightened on the trigger. She was 23 years old, just a gamer, had never fired a weapon in combat, had never killed anyone, was sitting in an air-conditioned trailer 7,000 miles from the war. But 12 men were about to die, and she was the only person who could stop it. 20 seconds. Chen, don't. Rodriguez's voice was quiet. Please, think about this. I am thinking. I'm thinking about 12 dead soldiers because we waited for clearance. 15 seconds. You'll lose your career. I'll save 12 lives. 10 seconds. The Taliban fighters raised their weapons. Maya could see the SF team through her camera, could see their faces. Young men, soldiers, somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's father, walking into death. 5 seconds. Maya Chen pulled the trigger. The Hellfire missile launched from beneath the Reaper drone. Maya watched it on her screen. A white streak against the sky, traveling at 995 miles per hour, guided by laser, heading straight for the ambush position. 8 seconds of flight time. Chen, what did you do? Rodriguez screamed. My job. You just fired without authorization. I just saved 12 lives. The missile impacted the ridgeline. The explosion was massive. Even from 25,000 feet, Maya's camera captured the blast wave rippling across the rocks. 20 Taliban fighters vaporized instantly. The remaining fighters scattered, confused, under attack from nowhere. Predator 2-1, this is Bagram. The tactical controller's voice was furious. Did you just launch a weapon? Without clearance. Bagram, this is Predator 2-1. I observed immediate threat to Ground Team Victor 7 and engaged per combat pilot authority under life-threatening circumstances. Threat neutralized. Predator, you are not authorized to. Bagram, recommend you contact Ground Team and confirm they're under attack. You'll find my assessment was correct. Silence. Then, over the radio, Maya heard what she'd been waiting for. Contact. Contact. Taking fire from ridgeline. The voice belonged to one of the SF soldiers. Panicked. Urgent. We need air support. Now. Ground Team Victor 7. This is Predator 2-1. Air support is already engaged. I have eyes on your position. Neutralizing hostiles now. Maya launched the second Hellfire missile. Another ambush position. Another explosion. More Taliban fighters eliminated. But there were still 30 fighters left, and they were firing at the SF team below. Rodriguez, reload missiles, Maya ordered. Chen, we're going to get court-martialed. Reload the missiles. Rodriguez worked the weapon systems. It took 90 seconds to reload Hellfire missiles on a Reaper. 90 seconds where the SF team was pinned down, taking fire, with no air support. Maya switched her camera to the SF team. They'd taken cover behind rocks, were returning fire, but they were outnumbered 3-1. She could see one soldier was hit, bleeding, his teammates dragging him to cover. Come on, Maya whispered, watching the reload timer. 70 seconds, 60 seconds. The Taliban fighters were advancing, moving down from the ridge, getting closer to the SF team. 50 seconds. Predator 2-1. This is Victor 7 Actual. A new voice on the radio. Calm. Professional. The SF team leader. Don't know who you are, but thanks for the save. Can you keep hitting them? Victor 7. I've got 2 missiles loading now. 40 seconds. Can you hold? We'll hold. Just keep the support coming. 30 seconds. Maya watched the tactical display. The Taliban fighters were organized. Weren't running away. Were coordinating an assault on the SF team. This wasn't over. 20 seconds. Missiles armed, Rodriguez said. His hands were shaking. Ready to fire. Locking targets, Maya said. Her fingers moved across the controls. Muscle memory from 10,000 hours of gaming. She was tracking multiple targets simultaneously, calculating where to place missiles for maximum effect. making split-second decisions. This was exactly like a video game, except it was real. Firing. 2 more Hellfire missiles launched. 2 more explosions. 10 more Taliban fighters eliminated. But there were still 20 fighters left. And the SF team had 1 casualty already. Bagram, this is Predator 2-1. I need immediate resupply authorization. I've expended all current missiles and need more weapons to continue supporting Ground Team Victor 7. Predator, stand by. Bagram, I don't have time to stand by. There are still hostiles engaging our ground team. Silence. Then, Predator 2-1, this is Colonel Harrison, Bagram Commander. A new voice. Higher authority. Airman Chen, you fired without authorization. You violated RE. You. Sir, with respect, I saved 12 American lives. The ground team can confirm they were about to be ambushed. I observed immediate threat and engaged. If you want to court-martial me later, fine. But right now, I need weapons authorization so I can continue supporting our guys. Another pause. Then, authorization granted. Reload and continue engagement. But Airman Chen, we will be having a conversation about this when you're done. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Maya looked at Rodriguez. You heard him. Reload everything we have. Rodriguez stared at her. You know you're probably getting kicked out of the Air Force for this, right? Probably. But those 12 soldiers will be alive. For the next hour, Maya Chen flew continuous combat support over the SF team. Fired 18 Hellfire missiles total. Eliminated all remaining Taliban fighters. Provided overwatch while a medevac helicopter extracted the wounded soldier. And when it was over, when the SF team was safe and the threat was eliminated, Maya leaned back in her chair and realized her hands were shaking. She just killed more than 40 people from 7,000 miles away while sitting in a chair. The mission should have ended after that first firefight. Normally, drone pilots flew 4 to 6 hour shifts. Then they'd be relieved by another pilot. It was standard rotation, prevented fatigue, kept people sharp. But October 15th, 2023 wasn't a normal day. Predator 2-1, this is Bagram, the tactical controller said. Be advised, Ground Team Victor 7 is requesting you remain on station. They're continuing their mission and want your overwatch specifically. Bagram, I'm at hour 3 of my rotation. Don't you have another pilot to take over? Negative, Predator. Victor 7 team leader specifically requested the pilot who saved them during the ambush. That's you. Can you continue? Maya looked at Rodriguez. Can we? Drone has fuel for another 15 hours. We have weapons. Technically, yes. But Chen, you've been flying for 3 hours already. You're going to be exhausted. I'll be fine. She wasn't fine. By hour 6, Maya's eyes were burning from staring at screens. By hour 10, her back was screaming from sitting in the same position. By hour 14, she was mainlining coffee and energy drinks just to stay awake. But she couldn't quit, because the SF team was still on their mission, still in hostile territory, still needing air support, and they'd asked for her specifically. Predator 2-1, this is Victor 7. We've got movement. East side of compound. Can you confirm? Maya zoomed her camera, switched to thermal. Victor 7, I confirm 4 hostiles. Armed. Moving to ambush position on your flank. Can you engage? Stand by. Maya locked the target. Fired. Another Hellfire missile. Another explosion. For more enemy fighters eliminated. This became the rhythm of the mission. The SF team would move. Maya would watch from above. Would spot threats before the team did. Would eliminate them. She was their guardian angel. 7,000 miles away. Seeing everything. Protecting them. But it was exhausting. Chen, you need to take a break, Rodriguez said at hour 12. We can get another pilot. No. They asked for me. I'm staying. You're going to burn out. I'll burn out after they're safe. By hour 15, Maya was hallucinating. Seeing things on her screen that weren't there. Having to blink and refocus to make sure what she was seeing was real. Chen, seriously, you need to. I'm fine. She wasn't fine. But she couldn't stop. The SF team was counting on her. If she quit, if she let another pilot take over, would that pilot be as good? Would they see threats as fast? Would they react as quickly? Maya couldn't risk it. Hour 16. Hour 17. Predator 2-1. This is Victor 7 actual. The SF team leader sounded tired too. We're approaching extraction point. Helicopter inbound. Should be clear in 30 minutes. Roger, Victor 7. I'll maintain overwatch until your wheel's up. 30 more minutes. She could do 30 more minutes. Except those 30 minutes turned into an hour because the helicopter was delayed. And then another 30 minutes because of weather. And then another delay because of mechanical issues. Finally, at hour 18 of Maya's mission, the helicopter landed. Predator 2-1. This is Victor 7. We're loading now. All 12 men accounted for. 0 Kia thanks to you. I don't know who you are, but you saved our lives today. Thank you. Maya's throat tightened. 18 hours. 43 enemy kills. 12 soldiers saved. Victor 7, it's my honor. Stay safe. You too, Predator. Victor 7 is wheels up. Maya watched the helicopter lift off through her camera. Watched it fly away. Watched until it disappeared from her screen. And then she let go of the controls. Her hands were shaking. Her entire body was shaking. 18 hours in a chair. 18 hours staring at screens. 18 hours making life or death decisions. Chen, you good? Rodriguez asked. I need a minute. Maya stood up. Her legs almost collapsed. She'd been sitting for 18 hours straight. Her body wasn't used to it. She stumbled toward the door of the ground control station, pushed it open, stepped outside into the Nevada sun. And then the psychological cost of what she'd just done hit her all at once. Maya Chen made it 10 feet across the parking lot before she threw up. 18 hours, 43 kills, 12 soldiers saved. And then she threw up in a trash can outside the trailer where she'd spent the day fighting a war. Chen. Rodriguez had followed her out. You okay? Maya wiped her mouth. I'm fine. You just threw up. That's not fine. I'm just tired. 18 hours is. This isn't about being tired, Rodriguez said quietly. This is about what you just did. Maya looked at him, at the concern in his eyes. What did I do? She asked. You killed 43 people today, Maya. You watched them die. In high definition. On your screen. For 18 hours. Maya felt her stomach churn again. She turned back to the trash can. I'm okay. She threw up again. Rodriguez waited until she was done. Then he handed her a water bottle. First time. First time what? First time killing someone. Maya nodded. Yeah. It's different than you expected, isn't it? I thought. Maya's voice was quiet. I thought it would feel like a video game. I'm 7,000 miles away. I'm in an air-conditioned room. I'm using a joystick. It should feel like a game. But it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Maya's hands were still shaking. I could see their faces, Rodriguez. The people I killed. I could see them through the camera. High definition. I saw them raise their weapons. I saw them aim at our guys. And then I pressed a button and they just disappeared. You saved 12 American soldiers. I know, but I killed 43 people to do it. I watched them die. In real time. I saw the explosions. I saw the bodies. I saw. Maya couldn't finish the sentence. This was the reality of modern warfare. You could kill people from 7,000 miles away. You could do it from a chair in safety, with no danger to yourself. But you still had to watch them die. You still had to see their faces. You still had to live with what you'd done. Chen, what you're feeling right now, that's normal. Every drone pilot goes through this. We call it remote warfare trauma. You're psychologically in combat even though you're physically safe. Your brain can't process that disconnect. I feel like I should be more upset or less upset. I don't know. I just feel confused. Yeah, that's normal too. Listen, there's a psychologist on base. Specializes in helping drone pilots. You should talk to him. I don't need a psychologist. I'm fine. You just threw up twice. You're not fine. Maya wanted to argue, wanted to insist she could handle it, wanted to prove she wasn't weak. But Rodriguez was right. She wasn't fine. Those people I killed, Maya said quietly. They were trying to kill our soldiers. They were the enemy. They were Taliban fighters. I know that intellectually. But they were still human beings. Yeah. And you watched them die. In high definition. I could see everything. Rodriguez put a hand on her shoulder. Maya, what you did today saved 12 American lives. 12 soldiers are going home to their families because of you. That matters. That's what you have to hold on to. But what about the 43 people who aren't going home? They were trying to kill Americans. You stopped them. That's your job. My job is to kill people from 7,000 miles away while sitting in a chair. Your job is to protect American soldiers. And today, you did that job better than anyone I've ever seen. Maya didn't feel like she'd done anything heroic. She felt like she'd spent 18 hours playing a video game where the deaths were real, and the trauma was real, and the psychological cost was real. And nobody had warned her it would feel like this. Nobody had told her that remote warfare could hurt just as much as being on the battlefield. Nobody had explained that you could be in Nevada and still have combat trauma. Come on, Rodriguez said. Let's get you debriefed. Then you need to sleep. I don't think I can sleep. Try anyway. Maya followed Rodriguez back inside. But she knew she wouldn't sleep. Because every time she closed her eyes, she saw them. The 43 people she'd killed. In high definition. From 7,000 miles away. The debriefing happened 3 hours later. Maya sat in a conference room at Creech Air Force Base. Across from her, Colonel Harrison, the Bagram commander via video call. Major Williams, her squadron operations officer. Captain Davis, the pilot who'd called her just a gamer. And they did not look happy. Airman Chen, Colonel Harrison began. You violated rules of engagement. You fired weapons without authorization. You disobeyed direct orders to stand by. Do you understand the severity of these actions? Yes, sir. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Maya took a deep breath. Sir, I observed an immediate threat to American lives. Ground Team Victor 7 was approximately 30 seconds from walking into an ambush by 60 armed hostiles. I made the assessment that waiting for authorization would result in American casualties. I engaged the threat using combat pilot authority under life-threatening circumstances. Combat pilot authority is not carte blanche to fire whenever you want, Airman. There are procedures, protocols, rules of engagement exist for a reason. Yes, sir, but those 12 soldiers are alive because I violated those rules. The room went silent. Then Captain Davis spoke up. Colonel, if I may? Go ahead, Captain. Sir, I've reviewed Airman Chen's mission footage, all 18 hours of it. Her assessment of the tactical situation was correct. The ground team was walking into an ambush. If she'd waited for authorization, they would have been killed. Her decision to engage was the right call. Maya stared at Davis. He'd called her just a gamer 3 months ago. And now he was defending her? Furthermore, Davis continued, her performance over the 18-hour mission was exemplary. She fired 21 Hellfire missiles. All 21 hit their targets. 0 collateral damage. 0 civilian casualties. She provided continuous overwatch for a Special Forces team in hostile territory for 18 straight hours without relief. That's the longest combat mission I've ever heard of for a drone pilot. And she's 23 years old. First operational assignment. Colonel Harrison studied Maya's face through the video screen. Airman Chen, how do you feel about what you did today? Maya hesitated. Should she lie? Say she felt fine? Or tell the truth? She chose truth. Sir, I feel conflicted. I know I saved American lives. I know I did my job. But I also killed 43 people. And I watched them die. In high definition. For 18 hours. And I'm not okay with that. Not yet. Are you seeking psychological support? Yes, sir. I'm scheduled to meet with the base psychologist tomorrow. Harrison nodded slowly. Good. That's good. He paused. Airman Chen, what you did today was both heroic and problematic. You saved 12 American soldiers. That's commendable. But you also violated ROE. We can't just ignore that. I understand, sir. However, given the circumstances and the outcome, I'm going to recommend a letter of reprimand rather than court-martial. You'll have a formal reprimand in your file, but you'll keep flying. Agreed. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Don't thank me yet, because I'm also recommending you for a medal. Air Medal with Valor Device for exceptional aerial achievement under combat conditions. Maya blinked. Sir, you saved 12 American lives, Airman. That deserves recognition. After the debriefing, Maya walked out of the conference room in a daze. Chen, Captain Davis, caught up with her in the hallway. Got a minute? Yes, sir. I owe you an apology. I called you just a gamer. I said you couldn't handle combat. I was wrong. Sir, you weren't entirely wrong. I am just a gamer. I spent my entire life playing video games. And today felt like the longest, most intense, most traumatic video game I've ever played. But you didn't quit. No, sir. And you saved 12 soldiers. Yes, sir. Davis extended his hand. You're not just a gamer, Chen. You're a combat pilot, and a damn good one. Maya shook his hand, but she didn't feel like a hero. She felt like a 23-year-old kid who'd spent 18 hours killing people from a chair. And she didn't know how to process that. 3 weeks later, Maya Chen received an unexpected message. Airman Chen, you have visitors at the main gate. Visitors? Maya didn't know anyone in Nevada except her squadron. She walked to the gate and stopped. 12 men in Army Special Forces uniforms stood waiting for her. Are you Predator 2-1? One of them asked. He was in his 30s. Looked like he'd been through hell. Had a scar on his face that hadn't been there before. Yes. I'm Airman Chen. I flew that mission. I'm Master Sergeant Cooper, Victor 7 Actual, the team leader. He extended his hand. You saved our lives. The other 11 soldiers stepped forward, all of them looking at Maya like she was a miracle. You're younger than I expected, one soldier said. I'm 23. 23. Another soldier laughed. Jesus, I have a daughter your age. And you saved my life. Master Sergeant, Cooper pulled out a photograph. This is my son. He's 4 years old. I got to see him again because of you. Another soldier. This is my wife. We just celebrated our anniversary because I made it home. Another. This is my mom. She's got cancer. I got to see her one more time because you kept me alive. One by one, the 12 soldiers showed Maya photographs, told her about their families, their lives, the people who mattered to them, the people they got to see again because Maya had pulled a trigger 7,000 miles away. Ma'am, Cooper said, we don't know what it cost you to save us. We don't know what you had to do or how hard it was, but we know we're alive because of you, all 12 of us, and we wanted to say thank you. The soldiers came to attention and saluted her. Maya, 23 years old, just a gamer, still processing the trauma of killing 43 people, stood there with tears running down her face. I'm glad you made it home, she whispered. We made it home because of you, Cooper said. After they left, Maya sat in her car in the parking lot. 12 soldiers, 12 families, 12 lives saved, 43 people killed. Was it worth it? She thought about Master Sergeant Cooper's 4-year-old son, about the soldier who got to see his mother before she died, about the 12 families who didn't have to bury their loved ones. And Maya realized, yes, it was worth it. Killing wasn't easy. Watching people die wasn't easy. Carrying that trauma wasn't easy. But saving lives mattered. And she'd saved 12. Airman First Class Maya Chen continued flying combat missions for the next 2 years. Never another 18-hour marathon, but plenty of combat, plenty of kills, plenty of missions where she saved American lives from 7,000 miles away. She saw the psychologist, processed her trauma, learned to live with what she'd done, And she never forgot the faces of the 43 people she killed that day. But she also never forgot the faces of the 12 soldiers she saved. At age 25, Maya was promoted to Staff Sergeant, became an instructor for new drone pilots at Creech Air Force Base. And when new pilots reported young baby-faced, fresh from training, she'd tell them the truth about remote warfare. "You're going to kill people from 7,000 miles away," Maya would say. "It's going to look like a video game. It's going to feel like a video game. But it's not a game. The people you kill are real. The trauma is real. And you need to be ready for that." "How do you deal with it, Sergeant?" the new pilots would ask. "You remember why you're doing it. You're saving American lives. You're protecting soldiers who can't protect themselves. That's your job, and it matters." On her office wall at Creech, Maya kept 2 photographs. One, Master Sergeant Cooper's 4-year-old son, smiling, alive because his father made it home. 2, the ground control station where Maya had flown that 18-hour mission, with a plaque that read, "October 15, 2023, 18 hours, 43 enemy Kia, 12 American lives saved. SSGT Maya Chen." Not just a gamer, because that's what Maya had learned. Gaming skills could translate to combat. Video game reflexes could save real lives. And the generation that grew up with controllers in their hands was the future of modern warfare. But it wasn't a game. It was war. And warriors carried the cost of that war, even from 7,000 miles away. Combat comes in many forms. You don't have to be on the battlefield to be a warrior. You don't have to be in danger to experience trauma. And being just a gamer doesn't mean you can't save lives. Maya Chen's story teaches us that skills learned in unexpected places can save lives. The younger generation brings value that older generations may not see. Remote warfare has real psychological costs. Gaming reflexes are legitimate combat skills. You don't need to be in danger to be traumatized by war. Saving lives matters, even when the cost is high. To everyone who's been called just a gamer, Maya Chen was called that. And she saved 12 American soldiers by flying an 18-hour combat mission. Your skills matter. Your generation matters. Video games taught you things that translate to real-world value. Use those skills. Prove them wrong. To the next generation of warriors. War is changing. Combat is evolving. Drones, cyber warfare, remote operations, these are the future. And your generation, raised on technology and gaming, is uniquely qualified to fight these wars. But remember, remote doesn't mean easy. Distance doesn't erase trauma. And killing from 7,000 miles away still means you killed someone. Be ready for that cost. If this story moved you, salute in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Army Story for more military stories that honor modern warriors fighting modern wars. To the drone pilots fighting from trailers in Nevada, you are warriors. Don't let anyone tell you different. Until next time, stay strong, honor your skills, and remember, combat trauma is real, even from 7,000 miles away. Video game airplane. Yendi.